My mom's husband, Mike, forced me to sit in a folding chair every night eating portions so big I'd vomit, dismissed my autism and sensory issues. Imagine being 12 years old, battling a secret war every single meal, a war where food wasn't nourishment but a weapon wielded by the man who was supposed to be your stepfather. And then, one disastrous night, that war exploded all over his boss's silk blouse, changing everything. You know, growing up, dinner wasn't just dinner. It was a battleground. My mom's husband, Mike, had this ironclad rule: clean your plate. But he'd serve portions that would challenge a grown man. Then he'd just stand there watching until every last bite was gone, or until you threw up. That was your only other out. For me, with my autism and a naturally low appetite, it was pure torture. So many textures, so many smells, they just didn't compute with my system. They made my stomach revolt. But Mike? He didn't believe in texture aversions. He actually believed autism was just some excuse parents made up for kids who acted out. I can still hear him, his voice flat, dumping another mountain of shepherd's pie onto my plate, saying, "There's no such thing as not liking food. There's only ungrateful children who need to learn respect." My mom tried to talk to him once. I was huddled outside their bedroom after spending 3 agonizing hours at the dinner table trying to choke down Brussels sprouts, and then, inevitably, vomiting. She whispered to him, suggesting maybe smaller portions, or letting me skip foods. That made me gag. Mike's voice dropped, becoming this quiet, icy thing. He told her if she undermined his parenting one more time, he'd leave and take his income with him. My mom never brought it up again. From then on, dinner was always the same grim ritual. Mike would pile my plate high while everyone else got normal portions. Then he'd sit at the head of the table, his gaze fixed specifically on me. If I paused too long between bites, he'd tap his watch. If I gagged, I was being dramatic. Once I threw up right onto my plate and he made me sit there staring at it for another hour, just for the waste. I started getting desperate, trying to avoid dinner. I'd claim homework emergencies or suddenly remember school projects. But Mike, he was always one step ahead. He made a new rule. Nobody could miss family dinner, for any reason. He even moved dinner time to 5:30 just to cut off any possible excuses. The worst part was watching my mom. She'd just sit there, pushing food around her own plate, her face a blank mask. Sometimes she'd try to slip me smaller portions when Mike went to the kitchen, but he always noticed. He had this unsettling way of smiling when he caught her, a smile that never quite reached his eyes. Things escalated rapidly. I started having full-blown panic attacks at school lunch. The cafeteria smell would hit me, and I'd just start hyperventilating. The counselor called my mom, but Mike answered, told them I was fine, and full story video added in below.